Hi. So this is going to be fun. We're recording. Renae and I are going to talk about all things Soft Conference 2026. It's going to be in Loveland, Colorado. You got your shirt on, Renae. Look at you.
Right?
Loveland, Colorado. Let's
Tired?
go Soft Conference. That's kind of a fun
Yes.
shirt.
Yes, it's great. This
Not
one's
not
my
as good as our logo, but it's a good.
yeah.
So Renee, this is the first time. But let's set the stage a little bit. This is the first time Soft Conference hasn't had like a definitive host family. For
Yes.
years, we would have a host family who traveled to different cities, and a family or a group of families would put on the conference from Chicago to Salt Lake to Seattle, and it's been wonderful. This one, we felt like it was a really good idea to try something slightly new, but Loveland just made a ton of sense. It was exciting. We haven't been to the West Coast in a long time, and
Yeah.
so we were venturing to Colorado. Now, this isn't the first time conference has been in Colorado, the Denver area, but we'll be a little north of Denver in Loveland, a great embassy suite. So before I get too rambly, and hey, you were just there making sure things are getting lined up, and we might have an exclusive interview with one of Loveland's finest here later this week. So watch for those episodes coming out here in our new and revamped podcast system. But
Yes.
Renee, tell us about your trip to Loveland.
My goodness, what an exciting time. Loveland, man, that's the one place I told Josh I could move there in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Totally love out west. So we went in August as kind of a pre-tour as our family, but then went back just, 3 weeks ago, and oh
Yeah,
my
in
goodness,
October.
beautiful, beautiful area. The Embassy Suites. First of all, let me tell you, if you came last year, great, great fun with everybody, but we were close-knit family. We said, Nick and I, we did a podcast, and Nick said, we can run wheelchair races down that hallway. So we're going to have tons of room. The hotel has been so accommodating, is so excited to have us. We're pretty much taking over that hotel for the whole week. It's super exciting. Loveland area is, like Nick said, a little north. The elevation is a little lower though. It's kind of funny. But it is beautiful there. Surrounded by mountains. I'm amazed at the ride from Denver to Loveland. It was an absolutely beautiful trip. It was supposed to be like 45 minutes, but it was absolutely gorgeous. And I felt like I was only in the car like 15 to 20 minutes. Such a beautiful trip. You will not regret showing up to Loveland. It is a place like no other. And the city is so excited to have us coming in July of next year. In fact, I met just random, those little flyers you pick up, like this is the flyer book he gave me. And he said, I can put whatever in there you want. But picked up one of these little flyers when we were there in August, and Visit Loveland was one of the booklets. Looked in there, did some, sent an email or two. This amazing man, his name's Casey Stein. He called me like within probably 2 days of him having the email. Probably wasn't even that long. Probably was me taking longer to check my email. But he reached out to me and said, "Oh my goodness, we're so excited to have you. Uh, what can I do for you?" I'm like, "Okay, well, normally you don't have somebody say they'll do that and then do what Casey has done for us." So, told him I was planning on making a recon trip out there since we weren't having a host family. He wanted to know all about soft, all about our families, how he can make it accommodating. And he spent from that moment, which was probably 4 weeks before my visit, taking time to find out what was accessible for our families, restaurants that were accessible. The hotel has come up with restaurants that are it's probably 2 pages worth of restaurants that are less than 2 miles away from the hotel. It's insane. And right next door, so here's the embassy right next door, Bass Pro Shop that will be open
Okay.
in January of 2026. So we may lose a lot of our men there, especially mine, to the Bass Pro, but they want to make an investment into our organization too. Casey's already talked to some leaders with the Bass Pro, and maybe some gift cards, maybe some things that'll be funded. Just seems to be a lot of fun. So that's the hotel in a nutshell. So what other Should we go
Oh,
questions from
well,
here?
yeah, let me, so I you sent me 100 and some odd pictures, by the way. And yeah, we're gonna, maybe in this interview, depending on my skills, and I've recruited a new, you know, my crack team of, videographers. Hal Holiday is learning how to edit videos with me because
Yes.
we're just having at it. We might be
Look,
cutting to some pictures right now. Boom, there's a
okay.
picture of the drive out to Colorado. Boom, there's a picture of the parking lot and the picture of Embassy Suites. At the end of this video, if we do it right, you'll see a very bouncy video that Renae and I tried to do a live, and it turned out to be just live for the two of us. So you might see that. We walked the halls, and yes, they were wide hallways, wheelchair races. We could have like 3 wide, 4 wide wheelchair races. Don't get Lizzie started with that idea because
Yeah,
that could turn out.
she'll be all about it.
Um, Plenty of room, good, beautiful breakfast area. Anyway, we'll show that video at the end for those that don't like bouncy videos. Sorry. Renee was just too excited.
Too excited.
No, but let's talk about the picnic location. That looked awesome. We've
My
got some
goodness.
pictures of that. Tell me about that. I mean, you kind of had a little bit of everything going on.
Yes, so Casey, when, I reached out to him, he said, "What kind of things are you needing?" I said, "We need places for our sibling outing, we need this, we need that, and the other." So he said, "I've got some," I said, "We have this picnic, and it's used to remember our, children that we've lost, over the years, and also for our families to come together to do something fun." Well, with insurance now, there's so many things that you can't rent to put at just a non-existent fun place. So, he said, I've got the greatest place in mind." Now, let me tell you, he took me to a ranch, and the ranch there were ranch hands that we could have went on horseback riding, but it just wasn't a large enough venue. But when we stepped foot onto this property it's an all-inclusive playground, and all of our kids, I called Nick, and I know Nick had to think I was totally crazy. I'm like, "You've gotta see this place. Oh
Me
my
too.
gosh." So, there was teeter-totter, seesaws, whatever you wanna call them, but our kids could get on them. They've got the high backs like the swings do. They have paved trails that go on forever. I mean, up hills, down hills. I don't know if you attended the Greenville location, remember that, the ground was made of, like, the rubber tires, so it was easier to roll on. There are slides that the kids in wheelchairs can go all the way up. They can't get on the slide unless you got really brave parents, which, Josh would have probably sent Dawson down it, just saying, with Carson holding on tight. But so the kids can go up and watch their siblings do this. There's swings that are ADA compliant for our kids to get in. This is the one I thought was the coolest. There's two different, we're the wheel rounds, or I don't know what you call them, but I don't know. Anyway, but you can roll you can roll the kid up on it, and it's the spinny thing, it made us dizzy and sick, and we try to spin it as hard as we could to spin us off. But they've got two. They've got one that has seats on it, but they also have one where if a child has to stay in the wheelchair, they can experience it as well. Um, I mean, there was, a zip line that is in a rail system, so a typical kid could go on this side, and our kids could go in the chair, and siblings could race each other, which I thought was all I could think about was, like, Patrick hopping in there to go against his sibling, or let's say Madison hopping in the seat and going against Emma, or, it just limitless things for our kids to do. And so when I saw it, I'm like, this is our place. And even more is there's a picnic shelter that's huge. There's a basketball court. If you like, a lot of our families, it's cooler there. So, I mean, it's going to be hot. Don't get me wrong, but the view that you see of the beautiful Colorado mountains are unbelievable. And then there's trails that go all the way down to this beautiful pond that is fully stocked. And Casey is going to get fishing rods donated for that time as rental, or may just be giving, like maybe even Bass Pro gives them, to be able to fish in that pond while we're there. Like, oh my goodness. So I think we're going to extend the hours of the picnic because there's so much to do. And then because this playground is all inclusive, they never rent the picnic shelter there. They heard about our organization and our kids, and they're like, "We'll rent it to you for the whole day for like this unbelievable price." Like, it's insane how it was, and it was like, "Okay, this is our spot." Everything's paved. So any one of our children, whether walking, whether in a gait trainer, whether in a wheelchair, they can experience that whole park and with no limitations. So it's totally exciting. And then, we have to have some sort of indoor space. And we're like, okay, well, what are we going to do? We're going to rent tents, this, that, and the other. Just so happens, nonprofit Boys and Girls Club of Larimer County is within, I don't know, 100 yards at the most from the playground. And so I met a really cool guy there with the name of Rock. Totally cool guy. Totally cool guy. Came in with his typical Colorado mountaineer hat, like totally laid back man. And he says, "Now you're looking for some space for some kids to get out of the sun." And I'm like, "Yeah, somewhere." And then we like to have the indoor because we have our luminaires that we light candles. And I've got to stop saying candles, Nick, because every time I say
Yes.
candles, everybody's like,
Electric candles, electric lights,
and then I'm like, "No, they're
battery
electric lights.
operated.
They click them on." He's like, "Oh, okay, we're good. We're good." So I walk into this building. He's like, "What kind of space are you needing?" I said, we have about 200 to 250 people, and we need to sit them inside. But I think they've got this beautiful piece of property behind it that we can put tents and have tables set up there too. So, because some people like the outdoors, and there it's not going to be so miserably hot like it was in South Carolina. I want to
The
sit
word
outside.
is there's less humidity once you get into the Rockies.
There you go.
It's nice.
Gorgeous.
It's pleasant.
Yeah, I
You're
could
you're
live there.
not you're not sweating constantly.
No,
So
there
this is a West Coast person talking, by the way.
I love it. Yeah, because here it's like I want to come back to South Carolina, and Josh is like, "What? Why do you want to bring people here? They're going to be miserable. It's like going to Arizona. I mean, it's not
Hey,
quite as hot, but
it's a dry
it's
heat. It's
humid."
a dry heat. Yeah, the humidity is what made my kids in Indianapolis were like, "What is this, Dad?" I said, "Welcome to east of the Mississippi."
Welcome to the
What?
wet heat.
Yeah, and this is why there's green, and we don't have green because of this. Anyway, so yes,
Again, so
that's
this
awesome
morning,
about the park.
yeah,
Yes, then the YMCA is nearby, so we've got some spaces going. What kind, wonderful people, just great
man.
connections being formed.
And it was really funny. We got to, sat down with him, and he's like, "So you're a nonprofit. You probably want this for nothing." I was like, "No, sir. We don't expect that.
We
We want
understand, yeah.
you're blessing us. We want to." And he's like, "Where did you come from? Like, that's not normal." I was like, "That's the reason they let me. I'm the Southern sweetness." But,
Yeah.
um, we walk in the building to look at the space, Nick, and there's foosball tables, all this different stuff. And he's got this small space. So I look to the right, and there's this full size gym. I'm like,
Yes,
"Well,
that's my play. I love basketball. Yeah, got the
what
gym
what
going.
about that space?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, we can look at it." And I was like, "Okay, can I put tables in here?" And he says, "Sure you can." And I'm like, "Can I have that
Alright.
space too?" And so we are literally they're just blessing us with soft, and they're letting us rent both of those things that normally rent different. They're letting us put them together for, again, next to nothing. And
Thank you,
excited
yes.
to have us. We'll be able to have the facility the whole day. Casey's gonna go open. They normally don't let it be rented except from like 1 to 4 because they have churches that meet in there on Sunday. But he said we can have it as long as we want to. Casey's gonna get the keys for us that morning, let us in, gave us a key fob to the whole facility. Unbelievable. So we're booked for and let me find the name real quick of the park, but it's the all-inclusive park, and you've got to check it out. I've got pictures that Nick
Yeah,
will have
we'll be
for
cutting to
this.
some pictures right now. Again, pardon our, videography skills. We'll have some various links of these videos. I think what I'd like to say when you're, like, looking for that name is Loveland's gonna be a ton of fun. I know everyone in I live here in the hottest part of the country, driest, hottest part. I'll give you that Florida. You still can have some title there. But, we've got a lot of my friends go up to Colorado to get out of the heat. For me, it's a long drive. So, anyway, we're so excited to drive out from Phoenix, drive all the way through New Mexico up into Denver area, and so we're excited to be over there. All these things, the ponds, the fishing around this park looks
Mhm.
so super cool. Just the drive for anybody that isn't used to seeing mountains on a regular basis, the drive from Denver, here's hopefully a picture right now, and just you can see these mountains out in the distance. It looks really awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Unbelievable.
Definitely
It
kinda
is.
get that
Yes.
western part of the country vibe. Renee, did you find the name?
It's called the Willow Bend Park. Willow Bend Park, and
Willow
it's
Bend Park.
mhm, yep, so you click on that, and it takes you right
We'll put a
to Loveland. It's literally 10 minutes from the hotel. Like, it's
right
crazy that
around.
something that gorgeous is that close. So,
Now
uh
back to the hotel.
yes.
So we've got 10 minutes to the park. We've got in the parking lot, we've got Bass Pro Shop. So those kids that need to go on a little stroll, go
Mhm.
see some fish out there in their little areas.
Yes.
Pardon me. Then we've got like restaurants you said all around, so not
Oh,
too
there is.
far. So
There's a
we might
Chick-fil-A when you walk out the front, you can see it out the front of the entrance to the hotel.
okay, okay. I
It's
love me
there.
some waffle fries. We love some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
The sibling outings. I know we might not have things lined up just yet, but there's gonna be some cool sibling outings. We might even do
Yes.
2 sibling outings. I don't wanna, like, say
Yes.
promises that we can't keep,
There
but we
you
really
go.
wanna keep kids engaged. We wanna make this as a sibling myself, I like to tag along even though I'm now a dad. But I like to tag along with the siblings because I once I still am? I guess I still
You
am.
are.
I'm just
Yeah, you are.
older. I'm an older
Just an
sibling.
old
Can we have,
sibling.
like,
You're
an
gonna
older sibling activity that we just go with the teenagers to the fun
yeah.
things?
I
But
think
we'll
y'all would
call it yeah.
totally love what we're looking at this year. It's so
Oh,
exciting.
what is it?
Okay, so the 2 possible days, one day, definitely main event is
Ooh.
on the roster for, the sibling outing. It is literally I don't know, I'm terrible with, like, footages, yards, all that. It's within this large area of parking area for the hotel. So
So
you
it's
literally
walkable. It's
walkable
walkable
too. So,
from main
another I'm
event
trying to keep it
now,
cost, effective this year. We won't even have to rent a bus. It's all paved right across
the
the thing.
main event is something the older siblings would enjoy, just like the teenage siblings or even the 10-year-old siblings or the 8-year-old. So if you haven't ever been to main event, we have a couple here in the Phoenix area. They typically have, and I'm assuming they have because I think it's nationwide, it's normal. They got arcades. They got ones you can win tickets and ones that you can just like, drive cars and, race or different video games and then we've got bowling alley. We've got laser tag at that. And then we usually have do they have the ropes course there?
Not at that one,
Not at
but
that
the
one.
other thing that has
Okay.
yeah, so let me tell you, again,
Let's hear
Loveland
it.
Laser Tag wants to host us, and
Ooh, so we could even
they
have
will. It's five
multiple
minutes away. So we may do like switch them out. Like one day everybody do main event, one day everybody do that. They've come back to me with a great price, unbelievable, excited to have us. They have a
ah,
ropes course. They have laser tag, 3-story laser tag,
three-story laser tag.
3-story laser tag. They're going to
My
feed
son
us.
is drooling.
I know. Mine was too. They'll be shooting each other. What
Yeah,
great things
Carson.
we're instilling in our
DJ's
children.
coming now, huh?
Yeah, DJ's definitely in. I told him he has to come this year. Then they by the time we get there in July, they'll have an indoor mini golf, Nick.
Okay.
And both of these
Love me a little
locations,
putt-putt.
yeah, both of these locations, like, see, we didn't want to have our chaperones being hit up for money every 15 minutes because they've spent all the money on the card. They will have unlimited play for 4 hours at these locations with their cards. So totally like now we
So you
won't
got
have
the
the
video
taxi
games, you got the laser tag,
yeah,
you got the
yep.
bowling.
Interactive this Loveland Laser Tag, great family that owns it. They have a rock climbing wall in there. They
Okay.
have this one was great. It wasn't functioning today, or they wanted to put me on it. I'm like, listen, I'm way too big for this. The human claw machine. So you put your kid in this harness, the sibling or whoever moves it, and then they can put them down to grab a toy, and then it goes up. Can you imagine the
A
video we're gonna
human
have?
claw
Yeah.
machine?
Human claw machine. It was great. Great.
I can see so many I want Andy Van Haraway as a fellow older sibling. This is a shout out to I think my little brother's coming, who's also a
Oh my
grown man with
gosh.
children.
Yeah.
This is a shout out to all older siblings, whether you have kids or not. You
Y'all
should
are
be
gonna have a
coming
ball.
to Loveland to join in like big family reunion. Good old
Yeah.
days of riding the elevators. Like we'll act more mature now.
But Nick, these
But I'm there.
elevators
Like, how do I become the chaperone of these?
you're in.
Oh, am
Andy's
I?
over.
I don't
Andy's
have to
over the
be at any of the other
chaperones.
things. I love this. This is gonna be
Yeah,
great.
Andy's over the chaperones. He's decided to take on that leadership role. And so, yeah,
Sacrifice for everyone. Thank you, Andy.
yeah.
All right.
So, but the elevators, y'all always talk about this because my kids now do this. Riding the elevator. These elevators will literally make you dizzy. They run so fast. So hopefully we won't have complaints about the elevators. It's like zoop, zoop, that goes so fast. And
No
there's
more
3 of them.
waiting for
No more
hours.
waiting.
It's because a wheelchair takes up so much space, and so we love to just hog. We're hogs. That's soft is elevator hogs. Like that's
Yeah,
what we do,
that's how
or
we
we
roll.
play on them, as the
Yeah.
siblings like to do. Chase. You play tag in the hotel.
Yep. Shoo. You can see
It's what
each
we
other in
do.
that.
It's what we do. So yes. All right. So this year we got the big embassy suites. We got all the wonderful room accommodations. Every room's a suite. We got breakfast. We got all of that normal routine from embassy suites. But now we've got this particular conference center has its own little wing to the right of registration. I should say
Yes.
right because it looked like you're turned right from your. You turn to the side and you go down a hallway, and then there's like the conference rooms and everything are all on a different wing, and so it looked real big. Again, no
Yeah.
joke. Could definitely have multiple wheelchair wide. So lots of
Enormous.
room, lots of areas to chat and get together. We're gonna have we don't have the lineup of doctors yet, but I know Dr. John Kerry's getting quite the lineup of people
Mm.
coming. With these
And they get to stay
podcasts,
at the
I'm interviewing a
hotel.
ton, so I'm kind of like bribing them. You should come to Soft Conference.
Right? And they
So
stay at the hotel, no traveling to a hospital.
yeah, just
We're bringing
boom.
our amazing
Oh, we're
doctor.
doing the clinics at the hospital. Good point. Let's talk about that.
Not at the hospital, at the
Oh,
hotel.
at the hotel. I just said it backwards. Hopefully this edits out. But yes, the hotel is where we'll do the clinics again. Make it
Yes.
easy, make more time, less travel time, so there's more clinic
Yes.
spots. So if you need, come, come, come. Um, we're gonna have another interview with Casey. We'll either
Yes.
splice them together into a really long one, or we'll do multiple and just really try to bang this out. But let's give some. Oh! On your shirt, there's a red heart. Um,
Yes.
tell you
So,
guys show the lock. Talk about Loveland locks.
okay, so, and we've got a picture of this that Nick will pop up probably too, where when we went in, August, we made one for Dawson and put it on Love. So one thing that Loveland's known for is you lock your love in Loveland. So these beautiful locks that you normally can purchase, they have an engraver in the visitor center. You engrave the back of it with your name, your spouse's name, or in our case, we put
Initials or
Dawson's name, 2025. You have keys, and then you keep the keys and you lock this on this beautiful, it's a heart. There's 4 different ones now. They have downtown in front of Lake Loveland. They have one at the visitor center, and then there's one other location, but there's 4 of them. What they've worked out for us is we're going to do this for our memorial outing for our angel families. So we'll get together, have a meal, then they'll bring the engraver. And what Casey said, the city of Loveland would love to put our soft logo, had that ready on our locks for us. And then we could engrave our names down here, the year, whatever we want to do. And then we'll travel as a group of parents and families, and we'll have some time to lock our Loveland lock on the love. You can look it up on their visitor site, visit loveland.com. They show all the locks, but we've got videos of they have it. And again, this was Casey even thinking ahead, like if there's some families that have, older parents that are attending, which, all of us are getting old. I'll be 50 in January. It's insane. But we'll decide between one of those locations. We'll all go as a group together. Again, just united as a family in our loss to love our kids and place that and keep it in Loveland forever. So Soft makes huge impact on one of those heart statues forever, forever. So that's a really cool thing. Loveland Lot, they gave me one of those. They're super, um, super generous. This, and then, okay, for you coffee though, which Nick, I know you don't care for coffee,
Well, I
but
liked warm beverage. Go ahead.
oh
Go ahead.
my goodness, chocolate covered cherry is
Chocolate.
what they're known for. And let me just tell you, this is the most unbelievable coffee ever. I will be finding more of that, but great people. They're even going to see if the city would possibly donate enough locks for our families
We'll
to have
we'll give
one so
more
they don't
shout
have to
outs to
pay.
the city.
And
We'll
this
do
guy,
what we
like,
can.
he's going around to all these different locations and getting stuff donated for us. Our auction, hopefully getting some things funded off of our wish list. Just unbelievable, unbelievable city. They want us desperately. They, in fact, there's like, okay, I hear you may be coming back in 4 years, and I was like, if you do your duties
Already
right,
planning
we will
for
come on
us. We will
back.
take a pitch.
So
We're just so excited. It was kind of a shot out there. I mean, it surprised some when we announced it. We know it's far for many folks on the East Coast, especially if you're along that Atlantic coast. We really hope that you start planning, figure out ways to get with us. Um, we're looking to fundraise like crazy, trying to
and that's
reduce
the other
costs.
thing.
Renee and I are bothering a ton of people. If you know of people that would like to donate to conference, talk to us. Let's figure out if we can work together as families, as individuals. We would love to be able to get creative in the overall help of covering costs that soft takes on, that families take on. We're all ears. So message me. I'd love to get creative. Um, I'm being vague because I want ideas to be percolated. I don't want to drop any ideas, but I got
Yeah.
some. So if you're thinking, message me, nick@trisomy.org, and let's talk. Renee, you look like you had something to say.
Did. I know that several people were worried about the potential of having to drive an hour, like getting transportation an hour. Uber, Lyft are available, but I'm working with National Rental Car to get a discounted rate that going forward, if anyone wants to rent a car, there will be a discounted rate for families. I've already spoke with one of the national people here at the GSP airport. I'm getting in touch with the people that are up the chain to see what we can do. The other thing is there is a party bus that Loveland uses a lot, and they may run a shuttle all day on Wednesday and on Friday. I mean, on Wednesday and Saturday or Sunday, depending on what we see the largest need is. And it would be no cost to the families to shuttle them from the airport to the hotel and hotel back. So there's one less cost. We're trying to do some big things for 40th. And so another just exciting way to give back to the families, that are walking some hard paths, and every aspect will be honored. If you're expecting a child, come. If you have a living child, come. If your child is, you just carry them in your heart, come. There's a place for every part of the journey for anybody that comes to conference. And you don't want to miss this 40th. There's some exciting things going to be in place for it. So you
Love it.
definitely don't want to miss it.
Uh, I think that says it for now. We'll edit this up. We'll get this out in some different forms. For those that want to learn more about conference, we've got our conference page. Go to trisomy.org under events. I'm going to try to get it on the homepage and link to it, but under the banner it says events, click on conference, and we already start having the address to the hotel. We've got a link so you can start reserving your hotel rooms under the discounted block. We've got the wish list up. So if you are in a position where you do have means and you want to donate for any reason, we love that. The registration for actually registering for soft, we're working on getting that all updated. So you'll start seeing more actual purchasing your soft conference tickets. And so that's coming around the corner. But we just wanted to start just piping your mind and getting you looking at, how you're going to travel out here, your accommodations and all of that. But it's going to be a great time. It's going to truly be a vacation. The siblings are going to have tons to do, parents, clinics, doctors, workshops, all of the normal routine of things that are going to be available there at the hotel. And then what a wonderful opportunity to have a great picnic, a great day to play, a great day to fish, and then a great day to remember all of our angels. And so it's going to be a wonderful conference as usual. But really, Loveland is going out of their way. So thank you, Loveland. Thank you, Visit Loveland. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, any of the local businesses so far that have already arranged things with us. Bass Pro Shop, um, Main Event. Name me some others, Renee, that we've already worked with.
The laser tag.
Loveland Laser Tag, yes.
Visit Loveland Visitor Center, doing a bunch.
Yep.
So,
And the
Chick-fil-A,
YMCA there, what was it? YMCA
Boys
and
and Girls Club.
Boys
Boys
and
and
Girls
Girls
Club. I
Club,
ruined that. Boys and Girls Club of
Larimer.
Loveland there, of Laramie County. So
Mhm.
we'll say that again. Boys and Girls Club, Loveland laser tag and main event, Chick-fil-A. Everybody, we'll have to do a better edit on this, but man, thank you, Loveland. You really do, like, the name stands out. You're showing tons and tons of love. We'll do more of these as we get closer, but this is the first one to kick it off. Thank you, everybody. Here's a little video of Renae. If I'm going to show it, if it makes sense, here's a little video of Renae
Oh,
shooting
so
footage.
busy.
Very bouncy. Forgive her. But
Yes.
thanks, Renae, for filming.
Yes.
All right. Hey,
Hold on. Let me flip
Renae,
around.
you're coming to us from Colorado. I was sitting here editing some podcasts, and you said, "Hey, I'm here in Colorado getting some things ready for conference in July, and show us around." I know you're on our phone, so sorry everybody for. I mean, we're just doing this impromptu. I know you're watching this delayed, but everybody, this is live. Like Renae and I are just trying to bring it to you here from Colorado. Tell me what you see, Renae.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know if you can see, but the beautiful view of the mountains, they're snow capped right now. So they are beautiful over there. We're in this huge parking lot. Great, great location. The middle of Loveland, right off the interstate. And there is the entrance. Super grand for only the best of our guests. This is the Embassy
Yes.
Suites in Loveland. So this is the location, and over here to the right is the conference center entrance. So we've got two separate entrances. So I don't know, Nick, if you want me to walk in the lobby here, the main entrance, and let everybody see how gorgeous it is, or what you thinking? This is your
Yeah,
podcast.
let's
I'm just
let's give it a try. Walk into the lobby, do a little dance there, give us a 360. And then I know you got a lot of get to, and we'll catch in. This video will probably be edited together where we'll maybe get some different places there
yeah,
in Loveland. So yeah,
yeah,
we'll just
love to
walk
show
with you,
you.
Renae. Hopefully you don't get too
Yes.
cold.
No. So there's like, this
You're
is
in the
another
Rockies.
entrance. Look at this. Yes, I'm in the Rockies and it's gorgeous. So look at this full three entrances, okay, with our lovely, which will be wonderful for our attendees. It's like welcoming you to this beautiful hotel.
This is great.
So this is the lobby. Absolutely gorgeous. They have all the things to load your luggage as you're bringing it in. Every attendant that I have met in my two visits here have been so helpful and kind. So here's the lobby where you'll check in. Look at that beautiful, glorious Starbucks sign. Have their own Starbucks here in the lobby. And then check out this atrium. They're having a pumpkin contest right now. But check this out, which, Nick, I'll be honest, I'm worried about the Bradley children getting in this fountain. But look at that. Three elevators, great view. Now, these elevators, be prepared. They move so fast that it'll almost make your head spin. But even with that, I'd let
That's
another.
impossible. We'll test them. The soft conference will test
Yeah,
these elevators. We always do.
I, I feel confident the soft kids will definitely, the sibs, should I say. And then, like, here's the breakfast area where Barb will be super happy. They do have two omelet chefs. Business center, indoor pool back here. And then the restaurant is over here. I mean, walk over. I'm going to have dinner in the restaurant tonight, so hopefully. But here is the restaurant, the Rocky River Bar and Grill. It's nice and big, enough room for wheelchairs, and nice get together with family members. Oh, I can take you out this entrance and see the mountain. Check this view out. Most of the rooms on the west side of the building have this view outside. Check that out. All the mountains. They're snow capped right now, like I said. They have outdoor seating. They'll be very, like, a great place to hang out, our families. It's shaded on this side of the building, so it'll be much warmer when we get here. But here's they have a business center. They have an indoor pool. They have a fitness gym, and the pool is super warm in there. And then, so from the main lobby, we go down. I don't know if you can see the conference center. So we have access to this whole conference center. I mean, look at this lobby. It's breathtaking. Great accommodations, definitely fitting for soft families. Tons of space just to sit and hang out. I think we're the only conference in here that week. So this is the hallway that's for all the conference center, ballrooms, but again, just seating everywhere. Or there'll be room for wheelchairs, families. Here's our conference room. That's the space we'll have for the board meeting. Got a huge TV entrance. And then all down this hallway, this is all of our rooms down through there. So,
Oh, I love it.
isn't that great?
Those look like
So,
wide hallways. Where our wheelchairs are going to be luxury lane,
right?
weaving. We're going to be having a party everywhere.
I mean, they're wide. And you
Loveland
like,
doesn't know what's coming their way.
they do not. And we have so much to look forward to. I don't know how to flip the camera around, Nick, or I would flip it. So, yeah. Do you have any idea how to flip, Nick?
This is awesome.
Okay, well,
Well,
I'm
if
going
we
out.
see you again, we might this might cut to a new scene and no place in Loveland if it's not too
Yeah.
cold for Renae. But thank you for giving us the sight and sounds of the hotel.